Welcome everyone to another Marvel Crisis Protocol unboxing. So today, as you can see, I'll be unboxing Hulk. So most people that's ever picked up a Marvel comic or even heard of Marvel has heard of the Hulk, and most of you know his backstory. So on the back of this box there's obviously a bit of a blurb and it tells you about the Hulk. So feel free to pause it and read it. But on the back, what it doesn't tell you is Hulk was created in about 1962, I believe, for Marvel Comics by the great Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. And originally, he was grey. So the grey started becoming greener and greener, and actually Stan Lee, in his infinite wisdom, thought it was actually a great idea to keep him green. But there has been a grey Hulk. There's been quite a few different Hulks. There's even been Maestro, which is Hulk in a far post-apocalyptic future, who is a mad tyrant, has a big grey beard, and he's not to be trifled with. He's on power, if not more powerful than even Thanos. And there's even been occasions on different versions where there's been Hulk, who's been a father to Hulk children, who were inbred with him and his cousin She-Hulk, which we will go into. That's a bit of an oddball one. But one of my favourite stories is Planet Hulk. And even in the Thor Ragnarok film, Hulk is amazing in that, in an arena. It's very much like the gladiatorial Hulk that you read in the comics as well. So this guy, he's never been a bad guy, truly, only when he's been controlled by like Mysterio or even Loki. This guy, yeah, he may be pure rage, but he is all heart, really. He is all heart, really. And that is Hulk himself. It's not just Bruce Banner inside of him. Hulk is actually a good guy deep down. And he's worked for a few different affiliations, but the main famous one is Avengers, like in the films. So yeah, Hulk has always had the traditional purple trousers, and that's about it. He pretty much struts around naked. There's occasional time when he is a gladiator, he might have a helm or maybe even a shoulder guard. But this guy is a good guy, really. Bruce Banner tried to keep the Hulk away from the US government because they found what they can do with gamma radiation with a gamma bomb that he was ineffectively, indirectly making for the US government. General Thunderbolt Ross, who is the father of his love interest, Betty Ross, who later on actually becomes the Red Hulk himself. So he does get bombarded with gamma radiation. He has a nice buzz cut, and normally he's equipped with some pretty tasty firework, so like big meaty Gatling guns, things like that. So yeah, Hulk is a good guy, really. Yes, he's incredibly strong, and you definitely wouldn't like him when he's angry. So let's get into the box. So this box is packed. So you have a Hulk miniature, one base, character, stat card, team tactics card, objectives card, and 15 tokens. It is rammed. So can't wait to paint this guy up. I was lucky enough to have him for a birthday present. And I think I will be airbrushing him because I really do want to make that green pop. So let's put a few bits to the side. Okay, so being one of the first boxes outside of the core box, this was number 4. It's not a bad kit. I mean, there's never masses of detail with Hulk anyway because he's just all muscle. But it's really easy to put together. It's numbered up quite simply. But there's more bits to him than I thought there was going to be. So there's about 16 bits there, I think. But yeah, he is a big guy, and I cannot wait to put him together. So that's the instructions. And like I said, he's a pretty big guy. Check out those muscles. So Hulk not puny Banner is ripped, like his trousers. And look at the size That foot alone is massive. So I'll put the foot next to X23, sorry, Honey Badger. There's not much difference in height. That's just from the foot to the knee. So unlike most kits, it only comes with one base because it's a flipping huge base. Biggest base I think I actually own. This guy is going to be so much fun to put together.
Since this box was released, there's been a new update for Hulk. So now he has a completely new card. So I have done the usual thing, where I've printed it off and stuck it on a bit of cardboard, just like this. So it's a completely new layout as well. So all the new cards are horizontal now. So the top stats are now on the side, but they're laid out in a similar way. They all have the same symbols. So 4 physical defense, 3 energy, 3 mystic, which makes a bit of a change from 2 physical defense for a start on the previous card, which never really made much sense to me. Why Hulk wouldn't be quite strong against physical attacks. But hey ho, still has the same number of health, still the same cost, still the same size, movement, etc. But we'll get into his basic attacks. Strike. After his attack is resolved, this character gains energy equal to the amount of damage dealt. And on a wild, there is a push. So it's range 2, 7 dice, and it is 0 cost. That's not bad. It's not bad. 7 dice at 0 cost. Yes, it is range 2, but Hulk is going to get there. It is going to hurt. Next, it has a Thunderclap. Not some kind of disease, but it is a beam 3 attack. It's strength 5, and it's 3 energy. So yeah, it's a beam 3. It's not the best beam out there, but for those instances when you have a couple of enemy models lined up or clumping up, 5 dice is okay. It's not bad. It's not bad. But there are ways you can get more dice, which we'll get into in a minute. Next we have Hulk Smash. So back to the old physical attacks, and it is a range 2. It's 8 dice for 4 energy. So if you have a wild, it's stagger, and you can throw, which is pretty good because you can throw before damage is dealt. So normally, when you throw somebody, chances are it is after damage is dealt, and then you'll find out they've been KO'd or dazed, and you can't throw them. But with this, you can throw them, then the damage happens, which is pretty good because you can throw them into somebody or just get them away from you. So the start of the powers, we have Gamma Leap. So Gamma Leap is 3 power. Place this character within range 2 of its current position. This superpower can only be used once per turn. It's pretty damn strong. So Hulk is used quite a bit, I've seen, in Avengers. So him doing this only costs him 2. So yes, he's only got small movement, and you're thinking he won't get that far up the table. But an incredibly large base like Hulk, he could Gamma Leap, and it's a lot further than you think because of the size of his base. He could even move small again and then get an attack in, or if you're very, very lucky, you can get 2 attacks in. And that's not what you want. You do not want Hulk in your face. Strongest one there is 2 power. Choose an interactive terrain feature or enemy character, both a size 4 or less, and within range 2, and throw it medium. This superpower can be used once per turn. So you Gamma Leap up, you hit somebody twice, and then you throw them if they're still alive somehow. That's pretty impressive. It's pretty impressive. Or he could just start throwing pieces of terrain. And size 4 is not bad. There's not many models out there that can throw size 4 stuff, so that's really, really strong. Hulk, not puny banner. That sounded a bit like Arnie. I do apologise. My voice is a bit weird today. Although Arnie Hulk. Interesting thought. So this one is 4 power. While this character is defending against physical or energy attacks during a modified dice step of it, may use this superpower. This character may reroll any number of its defense dice, including skulls. Which isn't bad. I mean, if you do a completely bad dice roll and you just want him to survive and he's on his last health, do it. But I honestly don't think it's the kind of thing I would be using a lot of the time, because it's 4 energy and I want to save that energy to do other things. But still. Okay, and then we have the start of his passive abilities. Inner Rage. During the power phase, this character gains 2 additional energy. So strong. So if he can get onto an objective fairly early on in the game, he can interact. How he could even get onto another objective possibly and interact again. So good. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. So add 1 dice to this character's attack rolls for every I was about to say 7. For every 4 damage it has. Additionally, this character would flip his stat card as injured side. It's KO'd instead. Which is really good. So if he's taken 8 damage, for example, that's 2 extra dice. So that Hulk smash, yeah, you're rolling 10 dice. Is pretty impressive. And Hulk is going to take a lot of damage. People are going to wail on Hulk, because it's not a good idea to ignore him. Unless you can throw him around, put loads of conditions on him. You know, you really probably are going to have to deal with Hulk at some stage. So the last of the passives, he has immunity to poison and stun. So chances are he's always going to be fueled up with energy. Hits 3 every turn. Even if he doesn't do anything in the first turn, he'll have 6 energy in the second turn. You know, he can generate energy quite fast. I do think the original Hulk card possibly couldn't gain energy that fast, and was probably getting shot at the table quite easily, having slightly lower defences. But now Hulk is a machine, and that is exactly where he needs to be. Hulk is unbelievable. And here's my Hulk from the box, painted up. So I just airbrushed him. There's not massive amounts of detail on Hulk. I have added a little poster there. Vote Deadpool as president. And I was thinking about using the Juggernaut stop sign in his fist, but I thought I'd keep it classic Hulk. Of course, there's always a read bar or something from the Magneto set, would be pretty cool in it. But I painted up as a classic Hulk. I was even thinking about maybe modifying him to be Red Hulk, but then, typical me, I bet if I did that, then there would be a Red Hulk coming out, the old Thunderbolt Ross model. But no, I am quite tempted to give Hulk a go. Since painting him up, a couple of guys from the channel have used him, they've borrowed him. I haven't actually played him myself yet, so I really should get him on the table. Like I said, he's got better physical defense now, better energy gaining. I think he's a pretty strong character, rules wise, and of course he should be. It's Hulk, right? Thank you very much for watching, guys. Sorry if my voice was a little bit off today. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to hit that like button, and please subscribe for some more great hobby content. Stay safe, everyone.